Gonna let it play, let it play. How are y'all doing today? Let's talk. Questions and answers. Let's go. What's going on with the weather? What's going on with the weather? 105, 108 in California. So, really good book. Really good book. I posted it quite a few times. It's about Socrates. But it is a whole thing on it. A whole thing on it. I want to talk about this book. Really good book. If you're all into the whole Greek history, long day, long day. How have you all been? Let's talk about your day. Let's talk about what's going on with you. What's new? What's old? Let's get into it. Read this book last year. Really good, man. I'll tell you this. It's only maybe, let's see. 180 pages. 180 pages. Not bad. Plato, but it talks about Socrates. Really good book. If you guys are into reading books, it's a book to read right here. Very good book. If you're live right now and you're in the messages, let's talk about this. I'm really going to start doing a lot of different stuff on my channel. I think you guys are getting used to my channel. Hey, how's it going, Red Menace? Good to see you on here. What you been up to, man? What you been up to? Like I was saying, I have like books I've been reading, and this is one of the books I read last year. Really good. If you're into any Greek history, really good. You guys can see that. It talks about Socrates and what happened with him with his death. It's pretty interesting, very interesting. On false accusations within his people. So you guys drop comments, we'll talk about the book. But there's a lot of things I want to talk about. I want to start talking about different things. Oh yeah, awesome read, man, I'll tell you that. Very interesting how you had to drink that hemlock. been reading 1984, but I've also been writing some stuff. That's good, man, because I write stuff too. I have a book I'm writing too. So what are you writing? What is it about? And what are you writing? I want to hear about it. Give me a little rundown. "1984 is very interesting, man. I know. I've watched it. I read the book. I've watched a couple of the different movies that they have on that, and it's pretty interesting. I've read. Okay, Intello says I've read Aristotle, The Art of Rhetoric, a great book on how to speak. Yeah, that's cool, man. I have not read that. Maybe I need to read that. Help me out when I'm talking. Intello. I don't think I've seen you on here, Intello. I meet so many people on here, you know, that are subscribers or non-subscribers. So give me a little information about yourself. As y'all know, I'm going off of iPhone, so I'm reading. I like to read every comment that comes on the page, you know, and I answer it. You know, I feel like that makes lives good. I think I was here like months ago. You probably were. You probably were. Yeah, I used to do a lot of lives. Project Red Menace, just a satirical, somewhat dark story about a dystopian city reflecting our own society. Yeah. Yeah, so it sounds like you got a little bit from 1984, you bring that in. Yeah, it sounds pretty interesting right there. You know, you got a lot of governing, a lot of watching, a lot of cameras, a lot of knowing what you do, what you buy, what, you know, your purchases, you know, all that crazy stuff, you know. And that book, 1984, kind of like tells you a lot, you know. Just, you know, I watch it here and there just to watch it, and it kind of makes me kind of like, man, this is insane. Do you prefer reading a physical book or ebooks like Kindle? I read a lot of physical books, and I also do ebooks. Like I did Book Enoch on ebook, and then I also got a physical copy. But you know, I like both. I like both, but I don't know. It's preference. I enjoy both. I enjoy both. So, you know, laying in bed, I could just sit down and just go through the phone and just read and then take messages, whatever. That's cool. Or I could just sit down and read a book and just turn off my phone and have no disturbance. So I don't know. I like both, you know. But okay, I do like the physical copy because I could put it up in my bookshelf, or I could put my books on the side of my bed, and I can always pull them out and read them. But you can also do it with your phone. I don't know. But I do like the physical touch. You know? You turn in the paper, you're doing the dog ear, you know what I mean? Doing all that crazy stuff. I do like the physical touch of a book. You know? The smell. Yeah, it's just different. But I'll take the book over everything else. I do like the book. Where I'm at right now, it's like over 103, man. I'll tell you this. It's very hot. And I'll tell you this. I wake up, it's like 87, 89. It's getting crazy. I couldn't do ebooks because I would randomly start Googling and watching YouTube clips, getting distracted. Yeah, that happens. That does happen. Because you get all these little notifications. So, you know, yeah, a physical book is probably the best bet to go. You know, that's probably the best bet. You know, it's books are just having the physical thing in your hand, just flipping through it, dog earing it, throwing a little divider, watching where you're at and closing it up, coming back to it. I don't know. It's kind of comforting, you know. You have your little. It's like nostalgia in a way. It's cool. I like that. You know. I had issues when I was younger reading, and then I got really good at reading, and I just love reading. So I like reading through books. So it's a good thing. It's good to have some new faces over here online. That's good, man. I'm going live right here. That's really good, man. How is your day going? Intello, that's true. What's your favorite book that you have benefited from? Oh man, there's a lot of books. Let me have to come back to that because I don't just want to throw a book out there. I don't want to just name drop. But let me go back a little bit. Man, that's hard because I really got into the Iliad, which is really good. The Iliad is very good, man. A lot of good stories. A lot of they like to say it's called mythology, but I really don't look at it as mythology. I just look at it as history, Greek history. So the Iliad is really, really good. And by the way, I forgot to say I live in England. Awesome. Hey, beautiful, man. Good thing, man. England, that's great, bro. I'm over here in California. A little different than England, huh? You got more. You're more proper over there. Speak more better English. Still, when you hear me, I sound probably like a retard. I don't know. It's, our English is not up to standard. When I get that because we say or so or what, which is not good, and I'm trying to practice to change all that because I don't like that. You don't want to have fillers when you talk. You want to talk proper, which is good. But I could say the Iliad is one of the really good books that I've read that touch a lot where it speaks to me. The book Enoch is really good. I read that one. That's a really good book. I actually read that one in an ebook, and then I got the other book, which is cool. Herodotus, which is like a Greek theologian. That's a good book also. Intello says, haha, that movie stereotype, majority of us don't speak the Queen's proper language. Hey, hey, you guys still got kings and queens. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You got princes and stuff like that. That's interesting. That's interesting. It shows that there's some type of stability and they got a format and they're still going with that. That's really cool. Everybody's different. Everybody's lands are different. But it could be good for you, but it could be bad for somebody else. And, it just how everybody wants to live. Like they say, hey, those that want to live in a democracy, go to a place of democracy. Those that want to live in a republic, they go to a place of republic. But don't talk bad about a place if that's where you're at. What's up, Doc Holiday? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a minute. Much blessings to you. Much blessings to you. How did your day go today? I'm going to be going back and forth today. But I'm at questions and answers. But I'm also talking about a book that I read last year. I'm reading it again and again. And it's good information because it talks about what's actually going on with people right now. Intello says, it's interesting. When King Charles became king, there was so many Americans in London celebrating the king, even though he was enemies during 1776. Yeah. Interesting. Well, you got to think about it. Why you got to think about it? There's a lot of Americans that don't understand. And there's, just like in England, there's a lot of English people that don't understand those in America or California. So you think, oh, this is cool, or whatever. So either it's your bag or it's not your bag. You got those that get, hey man, that's awesome, but they don't know their history. They don't know history. Yeah, interesting stuff. History is very interesting. Doc Holliday says, I liked how the Grim Reaper walked across the door opening in the coronation of Charles. You guys see that? No, I did not see that. I did not see that. I gotta check that out. No, I did not see that at all. Laugh my ass off. I did see that. It was spooky. Dude, I did not see that. I've actually taken a big step away from like news and all that crazy stuff. And you know what? It's the same. It's the same thing. Anything is like shock value or something to make you feel fearful or uncomfortable. Just weird stuff. You know, and you want to have a good, clear mind when you have family. You want to have a good, clear mind, and you want to be strong. You don't. It's crazy. There's so many weird stuff out there. Things that get attention. Things that get attention. And why do they get attention? Humans are interesting. By the way, always wanted to live in America, but your country is like one big continent and each state is like a country. Ha ha. I'll tell you this. There's certain areas that are cool. I'll tell you this. California, yeah, you have a lot of beautiful places. You got Monterey, you got Santa Cruz, you got Pismo, you got nice areas. You got, Santa Barbara area, you got a lot of nice beaches. A lot of nice beaches. A lot of areas we could surf. A lot of good swells, very good swells. I'll tell you that, a lot of nice area. But it's just all the people that came in to the area now just kind of like, everybody kind of like just leaves. Project Red Menace. Stay away from big cities in my advice. Yes. Big cities are insane. And I have my own thing on that. No. Yeah, same advice I'd give. Look, at big cities are insane. Think about it. You're in a city. You have the exits, you got the ins, and you got the exits. If they want to keep you in, that's how they keep you in. They could block off all the areas and you're just stuck. Martial law, you're just stuck. That's why they don't want you living in mountains and countrysides, because they can't block you out. So if we have you in a city, they just cut you off on all sides. You can't get out. Yeah, that's insane. That's very insane. I don't like things about cities. I'm more out inside the country area. I'm not trying to deal with all that, but you're trying to get out, you're kind of screwed. Either you're living in like an area that's like, how can I say, like a valley, you're kind of screwed. Either you have a flood, you're kind of screwed. You live in a valley, you're screwed. So I'll come in, boom, boom, you're done. Or if you're in these big cities, you're trying to get out, everything bottlenecks. Everybody's screaming. It's a crazy scenario. People trying to jump out of their cars. People trying to get out. People fighting each other. Getting people shooting. Come on, man, it's insane. But you live off the grid or you're off somewhere else, there's nothing to worry about. You get your own thing. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But yeah, one of my main things was talking about this book, Plato Six Pack, pretty good. Intello says it's like that Will Smith movie, I Am Legend, where they blow the bridges in Manhattan and they stuck there. Yeah. Yeah, in a big city, you're screwed. One big thing happens, guess what happens? You're screwed. Everybody's panicking. They don't know how to use their head. Hey, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Everybody's trying to get out. They're trying to get out. Everybody's running over each other. They're stomping over children. They're just jumping over, trying to get through. Don't care what they're destroying. Everybody's trying to get out, trying to save their own lives. That's just, yeah. Why live in a city? Live in a city that's being controlled. That's why they don't want you living in the countryside, because you're not being controlled. Yeah, it's pretty simple, man. It's insane thinking when you really think about it. You know? You don't have to worry about all this weird, crazy stuff. You don't have to worry about neighbors. Like, yeah, you know, I have neighbors. I don't like that. I don't like having neighbors. Sometimes they can put some stupid stuff up, or they park cars, so many cars in the driveway. It's like, come on, man. Have some respect. But, you know, hey, that's where I live at right now till I kind of move out even more. Even though it's countryside, but you still have people around you. I would rather be like, have a place where I live at and don't have anybody around me, like neighbors, within like 10, 15 miles. That's great. Or even more. You know, come on. Have your own space. You know? Feel comfortable. It should be like that. You should have acres. We all should have acres where we live at and feel comfortable and be as loud as you want, do what you want, and not have to worry to disturb anybody else in your environment. Just do your own thing. You know? Because if you move in an area where there's a bunch of other houses, you have all these different mentalities and people that just don't care and have no respect. And they just park on their driveways, like their yards. Not their driveways, but their yards. But they park on their driveways, they park sideways, all weird. It's like, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Are you into preppers where they prepare for extreme economic collapse? No, you know what? Actually, I do a little bit of that. I want to get more into it. When I move more into like country, I like to get more into that. But I do prepare and try to get stuff together. But being on a high level, I'm not there yet. I would like to be there, but I'm not there yet. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to get everything together. You know, my family's on the same page. We all want to do it. So it's like, it's hard. It's hard. You know? Project Red Menace. Big cities make people more emotionally isolated, ironically enough. Yeah. You got people like this in the city. Oh, they got to get their Starbucks. They're behind you. They're beeping. They're getting crazy. People are just on a fast track. Everybody's on their own agendas, doing what they're doing, and everybody's getting mad at this person over here. And it's like, come on, man. It's just crazy. It's like hysteria. It's like, come on, man. Everybody wants to get to where they want to get to. Everybody's in a weird mood. Everybody's moody. They're not happy. You know, they all got to get their fix. They got to do what they got to do. Man, it's kind of weird. That's why I don't like cities. And people in cities are just kind of snobby and just got attitudes. And, you know, it's just the people that have moved into the, you know, into the state. It's just, they're just weird people. You know, I've dealt with this since I was a kid, just watching it happen. I remember when it was like really cool people that were living there, and then you got all these new people that come in and they're all weird and they expect you to be just like them. I don't know. Just kind of weird. Reading next comment. Intello, it takes a lot of money as well and discipline. Yeah. Well, you know what? One thing I do is like preparations, is like training. I do a lot of training, not just physical training, but I always kept up with my martial arts and always kept up with that. And it's a good thing with work because I'm always working. I work 7 days a week, and I maybe get 1 day off a month, but I'm always working and I'm always doing something, and I'm always trying to keep somewhat fit and do something because it's like you never know when anything's gonna pop off. You know, it just whatever you gotta do. Within YouTube, you know, I do my thing on YouTube. You do look like you're in great shape. Oh man, I try, bro. It's like I took a month off of working out, but I do stretches and I'll do my calisthenics, push-ups, dips, basic stuff, just to keep my body oiled and just going on. But I do a lot of heavy work. So I try to keep busy, keep going. Um, you know, I'm in my late 40s, so I always try to keep everything going, you know. And basically, what I was coming on today was talk about that. You know, I'm gonna start implementing more workout videos for those that are in their 40s, those that are younger, and you know what? I don't know what's going on with people's testosterones nowadays, man. A lot of people don't want to wake up and do things. They feel like they're overwhelmed or they feel like they can't do it. No, it's all mental. It's all mental, but I understand a lot of other stuff. They have all this other stuff coming in the foods. I understand that. But we all have a wanting to do something when you wake up. Late 40s? Bro, you don't look like that's impressive. Nah, I'm 45. So I do a lot of HIIT workouts and boxing, Muay Thai, that type of workouts. So what happens is it knocks 10 to 15 years off of your lifespan. So you're like, you know, you stay young, you stay looking young, your body's tight, your skin's good, you drink a lot of water, you work out every day, you're constantly doing something, you know, and that's a good thing. Just keep it going, you know. It's so basic, and everybody thinks you gotta spend hours and hours in the gym. You know, why do you guys spend hours and hours in the gym? Do everything at your house. You don't need to go to a gym. That's a watering hole. You don't need to go there. You buy everything, put it in your house, and you work out. You work out. That's all you got to do. It doesn't matter about going to or getting a subscription or going to a place and say, hey, I spent $40 a month. I go to this place and I have to wait to go on the weight bench or a squat rack or do this. No. Buy your stuff, go home, do your own thing. Do your own thing. You know, it's about you, not anybody else. It's about you. A lot of people understand this. You do like HIIT workouts every day, do like 7 to 10 minutes every day just when you wake up, you'll see a big improvement within your life. You're more active, you're hyped up, you know? And that's a lot of men, that's how we should be. Always active, hyped up, ready to go. You know? Let me check the comments. Live chats. Yeah, I don't know why, man, in the West are lacking masculinity. I don't know if that's propaganda or it's in our foods. Yeah, it's in the foods. And it's also through the mental. And one thing I say this, I was talking to my wife about this today. It's like this. If you could control the mind, you could definitely control the body. Definitely control the body. So before I do any type of training or any time before I'm about to go to work, what I do is I spend an hour and a half before I'm about to go to bed, and when I wake up, I think about my job and how I'm gonna execute it. And I think about that in the morning also. And then when I'm about to do my workouts or any type of mixed martial arts, I spend an hour and a half training right here in my mind. Because if your mind gets it, your body will follow. You know what I mean? Your body will follow. If somebody tells you, hey, check this out, throw a punch like this, throw a punch, check this out. Your mind sees that, you see that. But if you actually train it in your mind for an hour or two, when you go to throw that punch or do a certain movement, you already got it because you trained it in your mind. That's how powerful your mind is. If we can't use that ability of your brain, then it's like it's a waste because you're physically trying to throw a punch because the guy's showing you something, but you got to think about it. Think about it. You know, it's pretty interesting. Let me go back to the comments. Yeah, HIIT workouts. Hey, right back, man. That's crazy. My phone overheated. Sorry about that. It's crazy. No, it's good right now. It's good. Hey, so yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to close my door. It overheated. It overheated on me. Okay, where are we at? Okay. Project Red Menace. It's the kosher food. Let's be honest. Yeah. Most likely, huh? Most likely. Hope he comes back on. I'm right back here. Stream is on a loop for me. Hey, can you guys see me right now? Is it still on a loop? Let me know. Drop a comment. It works now. I'm right back. I tell you, it's over 104, 105 right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. I had to close the door. You know what I mean? I started sweating from the back of my head right here. That right in the back. Yeah, it's crazy. Sorry about that. It's interesting. Very interesting how hot it gets. Because I'm doing everything in my garage. Usually I do upstairs. I have different in my room, my living room. But today I'm doing it in my garage. So, you know, my wife is doing a lot of cleaning in the house. So, damn, bro. Haha, it's all right. It works now. So I'm not on a loop, right? I'm not on a loop. And you guys can all see me right now, right? It's cool? All right, it's good, man. So what have I missed? What have I missed within that quick second, which I didn't answer anybody? Okay, let's see. It's going to be a bit personal, okay? And Tello says, it's going to be a bit personal, but I used to be addicted to pornography, and I quit 2 years ago. And it improved my mentality and physicality a lot. Okay, I could talk a lot about that, man. I could talk a lot about that, man. Thank you for even posting that. That's very, that's brave right there, because a lot of men are embarrassed to even talk about that with pornography or masturbation or stuff like that. Hey, let's talk, you know? We go through that, and that will mess with your testosterone. One, that'll mess with your testosterone. If you're about to go to work, you don't feel like you could tackle an issue and be aggressive or strong. Yeah, it messes with your mind. You look at things differently. Your sex life is fucked. Yeah, because you're focused on this bullshit. I know. You know what I mean? Hey, if you're guilty, you're guilty of it, you know? And yeah, for a man, it's like it's secretive with pornography. It's secretive. You don't want anybody knowing about it. And everybody gets all embarrassed. Yeah, we do get embarrassed because you have to hide and you have to do something in secret, which is, you know, if you have to secret and being hiding, then you know it's wrong. So I see a lot of people just kind of fall off like flies when they hear you talk about pornography or anything like that. But hey, I'm reading a comment and it makes sense. It does mess with your mentality. It messes with your spirit, your soul. And it messes with your all-out performance of you as a man. You're not going to be effective, and you're going to be weak. Technically, you'll be a bitch. You want to really talk about it? You'll be a bitch. I'll be straightforward. So you know what? If a man goes and watches pornography, and he does his deed, and he goes outside, and he's about to get in a fight, he doesn't get his ass beat, I'll tell you that. Because all that energy he put into that pornography, he's going to be worth a bit, nothing. I could talk truth on that. Let's talk about it. Never got my ass beat, but I'm just saying, I've seen it and I know about that stuff and I understand it. You're not going to perform at a high level. You're always going to be weak, and it's sick. Pornography is not good. Uh, yeah, I can speak about that. You know, it's not like you gotta be be all quiet about it. Men need to talk about this. Drop a comment. Let's get into this. But I came up here talking about Plato. But hey, we can go talk about other things too. Like I said, I want to do a revamping of my page because a lot of people that watch my videos, they see all my short videos, whatever. But there's so much that I talk about. Let's get it. Drop a comment. I'm still right here. I'm still right here. Going back to live chats. Doc Holiday says, "Oh, cool." Hey, yeah, but hey, there's a lot of weird things, you know. People might dabble in this or that, but I'm telling you, anything that takes you from your main objective, you're screwed. From your main objective. What is your main objective? You know, mine is, you know, you gotta think about it. Oh, I gotta provide for my family. That's my main objective. I need to do this. Not that I need to do this, is because I want to do this. This is what I was born for. You know, what are you born for? What are you made for? And can you accomplish it? Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. You know, we're all men. We're all men. We could talk. You know, if we have to feel like you have to dilly-dally around a situation, you know, it might feel uncomfortable when you talk around women or whatever, but we're men. And we all know. We all know. We all know. We know how we think. We know where it's at. You know, not all men are built the same. Just because you have a dick and some balls, you know what I mean, don't mean you're a man. There's levels to it. That's why I study, man. I educate myself because I want to be a better man. I want to get to a high level, you know? I want to get to where I'm not shaken. It's strong, you know? I have no issues with having to feel riled up with some bullshit, you know? Just be good. Be good, you know? Because those around you can see that and they feel safe. They feel safe with you. If your family can't feel safe with you, then you need to check yourself. They need to feel safe, knowing that you're a protector, you're a provider, you know, that you're good. Got a bunch of flies coming around here now because it's getting hot. It's getting hot. So let's go check the live chats. Oh man, I really apologize about that, man. My phone overheated. Is Intello still here? Is Intello still online? Hopefully, what I talked about Intello, that you got the message. I know Doc Holliday's here. Perfect. Prospect Red Menace. Yeah, so it's you three that's still on here. Project Red Menace. I've tried taking walks whenever I get an itch. You know what? I know, sometimes you gotta just go walk, take a walk. You know? I've gotten to that point, when I have a situation, do some push-ups, or you know what, go hit the bag, or you know what, think to yourself, why am I getting bothered? And if you know why you're getting bothered and you know the situation and what gets you to escalate to get mad or angry, because angry and mad's different, or just being frustrated, come on, we really think about it. If we have to take these walks or go do this and let out some air, nothing's wrong with that. I'm trying to learn not to do those things, because I'm not perfect. I'm not in that perfect man cycle where I could be like, oh, okay, that doesn't bother me. But we shouldn't have to be like, oh, it doesn't bother me, and I don't have a reaction, which would be a reaction that would be more civilized versus being aggressive, you know? Because when you see something bad happen, your reaction goes off it. Like, hey, that's bullshit. What the fuck? Let's talk about it. But a lot of people don't want to talk about it, A lot of people, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to be quiet. And Tello, I've heard everything you said about what you said about pornography. Thanks for that, because it made me weak from memory retention, testosterone, and masculinity. Oh, yeah. Check this out. Hey, good message right there. Let me tell you this. It'll also affect your dreams when you go to bed at night. You won't have good lucid dreams, like dreams where it feels like you're physically there. Like it messes with that, and messes with your relationship with your wife too, really bad. Because imagine if our wives were doing that, fuck, you'd be pissed. Yeah, yeah. We think, oh yeah, we're men. Yeah, we're men, but hey, guess what? We chose to have a wife, and why are we doing that? Fuck. Being stupid, being curious, whatever. There's so much shit being fed through the social media that when you flip through your phone, even through YouTube, you're flipping through your phone, they're always going to have some bullshit on there. And that's just to trap us, and that's just to get into your mind. So what it is filling up your data, is filling all the data in your head of bullshit. So when you want to have a reasonable or a good conversation, it's hard for you to stand there and have a good conversation when you have pornography on your mind. Kind of fucking weird. Yeah, no, just being straight up. A lot of people don't really want to talk about that. Good one, Doc Holiday. Good information, bro. Yeah, so it's like a lot of people don't want to get into depth with stuff. Hey, they go, hey, I've been doing this since I was a teenager. I've been doing this, and I carried it on into my relationship. I just carried it on, and it's nothing towards my wife, but I just carried it on in my relationship, and it's like a habit. It's a bad habit. Hey, that happens. You bring it on, and it just causes worse situations because your mind's not there. You're somewhere else. If any of you that actually watch my page see that I do talk about other things like this, it's about improving yourself, becoming better, becoming a man at a higher level, because the high level that people think men are in this situation, in this world, is pretty low. It's pretty low. We have to have accountability. Like, hey, bro, how are you doing? You know, I don't like the small talk. Like, oh yeah, it's nice out today. Good morning. How are you doing? Hey, dude, no. I don't need that little short talk. You know? Men are different. Hey, either it's about work or what's this going on. But if you want to get more to intimate talk with another man, hey, we're talking about this, what's going on at home. And you guys are being real. Nothing's wrong with that. You know, nothing's wrong with that. And men need to do that. Let me look at these live chats. Intello, I don't want your YouTube channel to get banned, but I also believe all this pornography crap has made so many men into CP. It's disgusting. What's CP? I don't know what that is. What's CP? I don't know what that is. CP. Put me on that. I don't know. I never heard of that. CP. I'm pretty old. I don't know what CP is. But I like that you guys are talking back and forth with each other. That's good, man. That's a blessing to see that. You guys get to know each other. You guys message each other, man. That's good. Good stuff. Yeah, what is CP? Into CP. It's disgusting. Yeah, I'm pretty like old, bro. So it's like all these new like terms like that they use online. It's like really weird to me. So I don't like understand it. You know, people put like this stuff in my messages sometimes. I'm like, what's that mean? I take it to my wife. What's this, babe? What's this mean? What's this mean? I don't know. But I'll tell you this. People going to pornography, it's like levels. You go into pornography, you see one thing, you look at another thing, it takes you to different places. And it's not good. Not good at all. Not good for your soul, not good for your mind, your consciousness, all that. It's horrible. You know? You know, men need to go back to loving themselves and knowing, hey, I'm not a teenager no more. I'm a man. I got to go to work. I got to take care of my family. I got to be sane. I got to let them know that they're protected. And hey, you know, it's a learning process. You know, it's a learning process. And it's hard, especially living in America, California. You got social media shoving transgender, shoving pedophilias. They're sending all this gay shit all over to they try to make you feel a certain way so you could feel sympathy and understanding, which is weird to me. Because I'll tell you this. Thank you, bro. Wasan, nice beard. Hey, man, whatever. Hey, that's cool, man. I appreciate that. Genetics is God. Hey, but check this out, though. It's interesting, though. The way everything's played off is to throw you off the mark, off your where you're gonna end your life, what you're gonna end up doing in your life. You're trying to get to the finish line. Is to throw you off your finish line. That's what this social media is all about, is throw you off your finish line so you don't make it. If you can't make it, then you're gonna be a disturbance within your family and yourself. We gotta make it. That's what we're all here for each other. Think about it. We gotta get past that. You know? It's like even if we have to go on YouTube and just shut off everything and say, hey, I'm just gonna go on there. I'm not gonna go through YouTube shorts or go through this on TikTok or whatever. I don't have TikTok or any of that bullshit, man. I don't want to deal with that. YouTube is probably the worst thing I have. YouTube is probably the worst thing I have. Yeah, it is. YouTube's pretty bad. That's why I try not to go through the shorts. I'm not saying this is a bunch of bullshit. A bunch of bullshit. I try to find people of like mind is hard, you know? Jared Taylor, how many times can you find Jared Taylor online? Either he gets kicked off for talking about utopia of our people, you get kicked off or whatever. We don't get a big crowd. No big crowd at all. Intello, they don't want us to create families. They just want us to be a zombie. Consumers and buy things, eat food and drink and ourselves to death. Exactly. That's why I get disgusted. I get disgusted with it. Whenever I see that having McDonald's or these Carl's Juniors, they have everybody, come on, man. It's kind of sick. It's like food porn. Like everybody's like trying to tell you, you gotta eat, you gotta eat, you gotta eat. Hey man, I eat when I feel like I gotta eat. I drink water when I feel like I gotta drink water. Come on. Come on. I know myself. I know my body. And it's very interesting, you know? I get a lot of dreams every night, hundreds of dreams a night. And I had this one dream where I went to this like, it was like very ancient, like very Greek looking, man. It was very interesting. And I seen this rock and it looked right above it. It said, know thyself. And I was like, whoa, that's interesting. So there is a rock or a place in Greece that has that, but it's in Greek. It says, know thyself. And that checked me because I had to get to that place, and something in my subconscious or God was talking to me. It's like, hey, you got to know yourself, know who you are, know what you're all about, you know, and you'll be spoken through dreams or something like that. You got to be open, you know, and I'll take that. I'm still learning. I'm still educating myself. I know. A little something I want to share with you guys. AM Ren Podcast here on YouTube. I do not know who that is. AM Ren Podcast. Who's that? Like I said, I'm always back and forth here. You have vivid dreams. No, I have lucid dreams. Very lucid. Who's that? Who said that? Who asked that question? Intello, yes. Every day. Every day. Very lucid. Very lucid. Like I'm there. Like I'm doing my everyday in the physical, in the meta. Everything's physical. And then I go to bed and it's like physical. Like I don't sleep. Like I start a new day and it's starting off and conversations, everything. It's very interesting. I guess I've been blessed with it since I was like 5 years old. 5 years old. Always had that, you know, able to have manipulate in dreams, walk through walls, astral projection. You know, I've had that. It's very interesting. And that's what inspired me to write one of my books. You know, it's called Council of the Thunders, which I'll be posting and putting out very soon. I've been writing it for a long time. You know, my children, I told them stories over years about it. That's Doc Holliday. That's exactly how I do every night. Yeah, it's like you go to bed, you re-enter, and start all over again. Like you're into another. It's almost very physical. It's very physical. And I like to talk about this, which is very interesting. You know, when you're laying down and you're not even sleeping yet, and you can feel like you lay down on your back, and you feel like something's coming at you, and you feel it hit you, and it hits you right in your head. It feels like a knock, like a knock. And you can actually physically feel it for a second. And oh my God, dude, it's like that. It's like that physical feeling, you know? Or you get into that feeling where that emotion, where you get into that dream state to where it's like you're almost on a roller coaster where you get that feeling where you're about to go down or you're going up, you're about to go down, you get that feeling in your stomach, you're like, ugh, you know, you get that weird feeling, you know? That's how it feels before I do like about to astro, you feel like that feeling where your body is about to go down a roller coaster. It's very interesting. You know, a lot of people don't like to talk about that, but it's very interesting. You know, it's your metaphysics in your body is getting where you're almost turning to particle almost. It's like particles. Your density levels feel like it changes. I don't know. I like to talk about that. Density levels feel like it changes. That's what I was saying like this. I was saying this. I wanted to do my channel to where I start getting more into this type of talk. Intello, I don't want this to be a religious debate, but do you believe in an afterlife or reincarnation or something else? Let me bring that back. Intello says, I don't want this to be a religious debate, but do you believe in an afterlife or a reincarnation or something else? Man, I think about this every day. I think about it every day because a lot of us that are in the Western world have been fed Christianity, Catholicism, and all that. And you know what? You guys could choose or pick. You know, I'm not telling you none of that. You know, you guys figure it out. But I've been through all that. Catholicism, Christianity, you know, different denominations when I was a little kid, you know, and I believe in God. I believe in God. I know he's there. I could feel him. I know he's here right now while we're talking. That's all this message going through right here. You guys understand that. I know you guys are feeling on the other end. I know you are, you know, and there's a reason why we're talking about this right now because that's something you need to hear about. I do believe that there is another life after this, that we are energy. We have energy. We are something that has a vibration that moves. I know that. You know? If you ever astral projected or have a dream where you walk through walls or you could fly, think about it. Have you ever been in a dream where you could fly or walk through walls or teleport or something like that? Come on, guys, talk to me. Have you guys ever had that? And I'll answer more of these questions to that. Have you guys ever had that where you could walk through walls? And you'll notice there's a vibration when you walk through the walls. There's a vibration or your density levels change. You almost like particulate, turn into particles. Almost you pixel. You get me, right? You get me. You almost pixelate. You go through it and you can feel it. Like one thing I could liken this to, when you're in a jacuzzi or a spa and you have those little circles that push the water out, the vibrations of the water when you push your hand through it, where it goes woo, woo, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Where you touch the water and it feels weird to your hands. That's how it feels when you walk through a wall. It does feel like you are entering a different dimension. Yeah. Think about it. That's in your consciousness, though, your mind. But you're in a dream. or you're maybe astral projecting, or you do something like that. And people are like, what are you talking about? Astral projection? Oh, that's demonic. Oh, that's weird. No, I could lay on my bed and put myself in that state, in like a paralysis, and feel my body drop. I could turn over and walk around the house. I could do that. Pretty simple. And it's not like a weird freaking religion. It's like knowing yourself, know thyself, know your capabilities of your mind. But if you're doing all this weird stuff, it's hard for you to do those things because your mind's somewhere else, and it doesn't work like that. It's, you don't want to put bad things in your head. It's not going to work, But it's like those washers, those things in a jacuzzi or a swimming pool that have the water pushing out. It has that feeling when you rub your hands against it. That's how it feels when you're walking through a wall. Pretty interesting. I don't know. Somebody tell me if you know what I'm talking about. I don't care if I look cuckoo, but I know I know it. You guys have times where you fly in your dreams. You just take off. Boom. Or you can go from one dream to the next dream on call. You know what? You just walk through a wall or just go to the next dream. You can have hundreds of dreams a night. It's your own ability. Intello. That's why the ancients from different cultures had more in tune with their spirituality and dreams, because they had no modern distractions. Yeah. Our modern distraction is social media. All that. Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. It's sickening. Man, I like to do a whole video on just talking about my dreams. Pretty crazy stuff. I like that you guys are still talking on here, man. It's great stuff, man. I'll tell you this. Hey, I want to do a whole new change to my page, but I have all my beliefs. Everybody knows what I believe in, what I talk about. You guys watch my shorts. You guys see my satire, what I talk about. You guys know what I'm talking about. So you guys are on my page. That's cool, man. Project Red Menace says, I always forget my dreams every time I wake up, sadly. Let me tell you this. Right before you're about to go to bed, one thing is, think about what you want to do, where you want to go, or just think about it. Just meditate on it. And just lay there. Go into your mind, man. Just chill. Lay there and relax. And just think about where you want to go. I'll tell you this. The more you practice and do that or think about it, your mind starts to grab onto that. And it remembers. You'll have times where you don't remember things or remember a dream, or when you actually could sit down and say, hey, during the day, you're like, man, I just had a dream about this. I remember this part. It's almost like a deja vu. But deja vus are very interesting. I'll tell you that. Deja vus are very interesting. I really want, if you guys want to get into dreams and talk about those things, hey, I can get deep into that, man. That's where I came up with the Council of the Thunders, the book that I'm writing. And I can't wait, because I'm going to do like a whole PDF with a talk behind it, with music and all that. And it's going to have sounds and all that. And it has chapters, and it has levels to the books. There's little books that I make. So It's going to be 20 pages. Every time you're going to read it, it's going to be 20 pages, 20 pages. It's very simple for those that don't like to read, or those that have short extension spans. You know what I mean? Come on. You could just sit there, boop, 20 pages, done before you go to bed. And when you listen to the book, you're like, damn, this is pretty dope. Othello. There is even scientists, they say humans are losing the ability to stay and just contemplate and be more in tune with themselves. It's scary. We are losing this basic ability. Yeah, well, yeah, I'll tell you this. It's like cutting off a cat's whiskers or a dog's whiskers. You cut off an animal's whiskers, they're gonna be like this. You're moving all weird. They're off balance. The more that we get in tune to our society, we get our whiskers cut off, our feelers, things that get us in tune to what's going on, to the cosmos or anything else around us. You're losing it. You're gone. It's almost like you're getting more callous on you. So you're not as sensitive to things. It's like this. You could walk into a room and you can feel the energy. Yeah, you can. We all know that. But when you get used to not feeling that energy, or you get less to it, you become desensitized. We have become desensitized. We need to get outside of that. You need to be set apart. You need to be set apart from everything. Be set apart. It's basically be holy. Be set apart. Be away from all that. It's sick. You know? And I'm not trying to speak all religious. I don't need to do that. I'm speaking truth. Take off those dirty rags, man. Just clean yourself. And we got to clean that hard drive, right here. Then you got the motherboard right here. Clean the hard drive and reassemble the motherboard. Get everything ready to go, man. Start all over again. Start all over again. Become better. Because if we keep on doing the same thing over and over, we'll keep on repeating the same thing and having the same result. And after the same result, and then you're fucked. And then you're like, how did I get here? You wake up and how did I get here? Let's change that mentality. Become better. Hey, this questions and answers is open. And like I said, I'm going to start doing something different with my page, man. You guys all watch my page. You all know what I talk about. But there's many things I talk about. I do workouts. I do all this other stuff. And hey, they say, hey, Gilgamesh, you're not consistent with doing your workouts. You're not doing all that. Hey, because I actually work and I'm busy. I'm not like these guys that are able to just do that. You know, I don't live at my mom's house. I have my own house. I'm busy. I have jobs that I'm stuck at for like a month and a half. And I'm just working and just doing myself. My son and I, just doing myself, you know? That's the struggle, or whatever you could say, for having your own business. But hey, it's a blessing, because I wake up when I need to wake up, and I'm able to take care of myself and family. Another comment, Project Red Menace, constant internet use is also a problem. That is a very big problem, because you catch yourself when you wake up, you just want to go, oh God, it's on Google. Google has their new threads. They have their new thing. You just, oh, what? Okay, something new. Another thing to drop in your mind, another little morsel that you're grabbing onto, another thought. Our thoughts should be up here, not down here. Google is down here. You know, they changed their mind. That's why I like reading books, because a lot of the information that Google, if you guys want to Google stuff, it's not consistent. You know, look up What's a conductor? What's a conductor? It's been changed. Oh, water and this is not a conductor and this is not a conductor. This is a conductor. They change all the time. But you read in books and what's scientifically, come on, man. I go deep into it. You know, like I said, I tell a lot of people, hey, look up white people on your Google. You're gonna get just nothing but diversity all over your thing. You're like, well, what the hell happened here? Kind of interesting. No, really interesting. Then you look up Negroes. Then you show blonde hair, blue eyed, pale skin. Come on, man. I don't know. Come on. Google's a joke. Going back to the comments. Project Red Menace. Constant internet use is also a problem. We talk about that. That's great. Intello. What's even more scary is how certain influential, wealthy men want human beings in the future to mix with machines. I think it's called transhumanism. Yeah. Very interesting. What's even more crazy or scary is how certain influential, wealthy men want human beings in the future to mix with machines. I think it's called transhumanism. Think about it. All these men online that are wealthy want Neuralink, wires and all that shit. That's really old school. But they're going to have something. You can tap into it, like Neuralink. Elon Musk is talking about it. That's why they got the metaverse and all this. When you put that thing inside your head, you're able to have almost be telepathic. You're able to send a message to the next guy that has it. But it's technology. If you're about to have a stroke, it shows on an app you're about to have a stroke. So you can do a diagnostic and take care of it right there. Boop. So it's a big selling point. Now it will come to a point where they're able to put consciousness into machines or from humans, do all this weird stuff. It's like Star Trek. I've been saying this for a long time. Star Trek, all that stuff, it's all legitimate. Watch it. You got holodecks. You know what a holodeck is? You can put on a computer, I want to be in 1922 at 3:45 p.m. on this date. Open the door, you're at that time, at that date, and react with the people. You're able to do that. We have these type of capabilities that haven't been put out to the public yet. We have these capabilities. We have a lot of capabilities. Come on, man. These have, bloom. They have that thing from Star Trek. Scotty, hey, beam me up. Boom. Little flip phones. We have all this stuff. We have all these things are been ushered in to make you feel comfortable. It's all been ushered. You got the guy called the usher. He ushers all the information of technology, and everybody's feeling it, and they're ready to take it. Yeah. Remember in the early 80s when they had the big phones? People were walking around like Roxbury, like Roxbury shit. Yeah, like that. While that was happening, we had all these flip phones. We had all this technology way before that. That was just a setup. It's the setup. What we have right now, we have so many different technologies. And man wants technology. Think about it. They have like fake dolls and all this weird shit. They have, damn, dude, I'll tell you this. People have, the whole metaverse is connected to Neuralink. Think about this, guys. Metaverse is connected to Neuralink. I did a video about metaverse three some odd years ago, 2-3 years ago, and barely anybody watched it. And I talked about it. Look at my videos about metaverse. It's that apple right there, the Adam and Eve. It's that knowledge everybody's gonna take and partake of it. You know why? Because it gives you something it's knowledge. You'll know everything now. You guys get that Neuralink in your head, you got Google right here. But guess what? They could turn you off and turn you on whenever they want to. Go ahead and be connected. Guess what the main selling point with the Neuralink is? They haven't came out with this, but guess what it is? You will not have to worry about getting sick or any of this weird stuff because we have diagnostics. You just gotta, hey, it tells you when you're about to get sick, you just gotta push the button. It'll take care of you. You're okay. So why not get it? You can send a message right here to the next person just by thinking about it. Yeah, there's a lot of weird points. Come on, let's get back to live chats. Tucker Houseman, hi, how you doing, man? New to see you. New to see you. Thank you for being on my page, man. Intello, do you think it will make us lose our humanity? Yeah. Yep, it will. It will. Because look what's happening right now in the Western world. People are shaken and easily taken over and being okay with certain things. We got trans, we got all the weird stuff over here. People want to be furries. You could dress up like a Muppet. I could look like a Muppet and walk around and say, hey, everybody, I have no race. I'm a Muppet. This is who I am. And if you have a problem with that, hey, you're a racist because you don't like me because I'm a Muppet. When somebody has to tell you you're a racist, that's kind of weird. Come on, man. Let's stay away from that word. That's weird. That's a weird word. But guess what? You're dressed up like a Muppet, and you want everybody to acknowledge and play this game with you that you're a Muppet. You're a furry. But if you want to dress up like an animal and do all that, that's your thing. But people are easy manipulated to pretend and want to be something. Everybody wants to be a Peter Pan. Everybody wants to be weird and strange. You know why? Because they don't know themselves. When you know who you are, that's when you can love your people. I'll tell you that. When you know who you are and love yourself first, then you can love your people. Straight talk. Tell me I'm wrong. Know who you are. And you can love your people. You can't love your people if you don't know yourself. You have no idea. You just be like this person just talking. There's no filth to it. It's weak. It's weak. Intello, I swear everything has been turned upside down and twisted. It's getting crazy. Yeah, it is. But it takes pages like this and conversations like this to go to the next level and to erase all that BS. Because everybody is with quick stimulants, being quick stimulated, where their mind can get stimulated real quick and they're happy with it. So, like you go on YouTube, you know that. You go on YouTube, quick stimulant. Oh, okay. That's crazy. Weird. Okay, like, whatever. And some weird shit. Come on. But when you talk about life and bettering yourself, come on. How many people are really getting into that? Look at how many people go on Nicki Minaj on her page. Millions of people go there. On Drake, these weird rappers, right? Rappers. That's really actually a job, right? They got millions of followers. So when they talk about life, everybody thinks that they're like Mahatma Gandhi. Come on. Mahatma Gandhi, bro? Or you're like Jesus, or you're Aristotle? Bro, your music just talks about sex and filling your pockets, about talking about sex and doing your thing, right? That's what your music talks about. But you guys go on the videos. And they had 280 million views. Think about that. But when you talk about truth, about your people, hey, you get nothing. You know why? Because you're speaking truth and people don't want to hear that. It's almost like they're guilty. They feel guilty. They don't want that. Intello says, haha, so true. TikTok has become the new drug, and soon Apple's Vision Pro will become the new drug. Yeah. Project Red Menace. I hate how everything is sexualized in the mainstream. Oh, exactly. Because you're with your family, you go on your phone, you got nothing but bullshit. Come on. Give me a second real quick. I gotta charge my phone. You guys. I'm gonna charge my phone. I'm gonna get everything charged up. So, give me a second. I have my dogs come inside the garage. They make a lot of noises because some of these dogs, they're kind of weird. You know, you got the pugs and you got the weird dogs, right? And they can't breathe correctly and they're weird. So you're gonna have some weird sounds. So you guys get ready for this. I got more talk. We can talk about this. Let me just get my phone ready to get charged up. I'm gonna take a step away. Drop your comments. Let's talk. So, like I said, a lot of us will not be popular because this is not a talk that people want to hear because they feel guilty. They feel uncomfortable. They like it because doing this over here, on the side over here, is more easier. Intello says, exactly, Project Red. It seems every girl in the West has gone a OnlyFans. That is true. That is true. That's very true. Very true. I'll be back, guys. I'll be back. Give me a second. Get this plugged in. Getting it plugged in. Hey, babe, do you have the other adapter that's like, that's a regular adapter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you give me that, please? Trying to get this other adapter in here. Trying to get this other adapter. Check these live chats. The West has gone OnlyFans. OnlyFans. Because that's the only way they can make money, is capitalizing on their sexuality. Because that's what's big. So you look where the Western men are putting their money towards. It's sickening. It's like, come on, man. They even buy these women's underwear. That sick stuff. These guys are sick. Come on, man. I think it's where men do have they have no respect for themselves when you get to that level. When you have to go to that level. But it's time to get your respect back. Love yourself. Know thyself. I'm trying to get this, yeah, my phone is like on 10%. I'm trying to get my phone back up. Intello, haha, and we wonder why women don't respect many men anymore. Yeah, and we wonder why women want to act like men. Yeah. And why men don't respect women either. You know, it's right back and forth. Each one wants to play each other's part. But let me tell you this. Women, I speak to you. Love yourself. Love who you are and your abilities. Don't try to be like a man. Men, love yourself. Why revert to something else? Come on, man. We all have our strengths and our abilities. Each one needs each other. I made an old video about that, but nobody liked it, which is fine to me because I don't make videos for everyone to like. I make videos to make you think. I'll be back. I'm trying to get this charger plug going on. You know, it's all food for thought. It's all food for thought. You know, you might be going through something in your life or through your day, and you come to my page, man. I'll tell you this: it's always to be open, something different. I came on here. I just came on here just talking about my book, the Plato six-pack. Pretty interesting. Talking about Socrates. You know, he had to drink a couple cups of hemlock before he had to, you know, pass away. You know, and they spoke evil about him, saying that he was doing this or that, but he wasn't doing it. Intello says, for thousands of years, we all knew this is a man and this is a woman, but everyone thinks they are bisexual and they are binary crap. Yeah. That's a new thing. You could be anything. Guess what? I am the Lizard King. I could do anything. Remember Jim Morrison? That's like starting with that. I am the Lizard King. I could do anything. Hey, come on, man. These people want to be everything. To be different. Because they don't feel good about themselves. So, if I have to destroy godly property and make myself look a certain way for people to accept me, come on. If I have to paint my hair blue or, you know, cut off my hair short, cut off my boobs if I'm a woman, or make myself look like a butch, then, hey, that shows that you're trying to be something that you're not. Because if you were something that you are, you wouldn't have to do that. Because a man's a man, a woman's a woman. And it's basic shit. Intello, if I remember, didn't Socrates get executed? He actually had a thing where they said, hey, you have to accept what we said. All these accusations, they had affidavits and all this stuff coming at him within his own country, and they're saying that he was talking about against the gods, and he was having all the young people uh, accept all these weird teachings, but it wasn't like that. They were just mad because young people and people gravitated to his teachings. So they had to create this idea saying that he was against the gods and he was doing something that was opposite and very strange. So he took upon himself to accept a couple cups of hemlock and drink it, which makes your body to a paralysis and you die. But he could have got out of it. He could have got out of it quite a few times, and he did have a following. But you end up taking the cup of hemlock and dying. You know, and there's quite a few people that were at his side when it happened, and Plato wasn't there at his side, but he heard about it, and Plato was having some other issues during that time. But it's like you being a big figure in society and they're telling you that you're doing something that you're not doing. That's what happened to him. So check him out. Check him out. People really don't. People talk about that he did suicide and all this, but he was proving a point. He was proving a point, and I do see what he was trying to do. And a lot of people say, "Hey, that's crazy," but I'll tell you this: if he would have just went and said, "You know, I'm not going to do this or do that," and still alive, his whole message would be distraught. It'd be wrong. Intello, yeah. They was angry that Socrates questioned all their philosophies and logic. I believe it's called the Socratic method, right? Yep. Questioning things. But check this out. What did he say? He said, after you guys kill me, after this happens, you lose anybody, philosophy-wise, theology-wise. You're done. There will be nobody after me like this. Think about it. How many thousand years later, I'm talking about Socrates. Pretty legit. And people were quiet because people didn't want to say nothing. There would be an uproar. Slow boy whiteboard. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to have you in the page. We have a lot of talks been going on, man. Hold on, guys. I need to put my charger in real quick. See if this works. Check my phone, see if it works. Oh no, it doesn't work. Oh, that's weird. Phone's been acting kind of weird. I'll be back and forth just trying to get my phone going. That's all. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get my phone back. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Trying to find a better way to connect these because like my connectors are off. Let's see. Nothing's working. Yeah, like no connector works right now, huh? Oh, that's hilarious. It's adorable. It's adorable. See where I'm at. Yeah, it's kind of weird. These phones are not like working with the charger. Gotta go like this. Yeah. Yeah, bad service. My apologies. My apologies. See. Interesting. Let's see if these ones work. Maybe it's just my outlet. Yeah, I think it might be my outlets. Somehow it's like my charger's not working. So what I'm going to do, let's see where I'm at. Live chats. Okay, give me a couple minutes. If the live chat turns off, it'll be right back on. And it'll exactly say Socrates. I'll put it right back saying Socrates. I just need to find out why my things aren't working. You know, it's kind of interesting. Out of nowhere, huh? Okay, let me see. Oh, it's right back on. It's right back on. Okay, cool. Interesting. So you guys got me on the side of the door of the garage. This is crazy. Oh man, it's always hilarious. It's always something new, always something different. So let's go back. Let's go back. You got Slow Boy Whiteboard on here. You got Intello. You got Project Red Menace. And who else we got on here? Who else we got on here? Tucker Hausman. You're new. You're new to the page. You're really new to the page. So, hey, let's go back to what we were talking about. I got so caught up in trying to get my phone back on. And it's kind of weird because we have all these connections. And then, yeah, you got this one button you got to push. So, let's talk. Let's get into it. So, if you guys go through all the messages or go back to the video, we were talking about many things. But the main thing I was talking about was just the book, which is cool. Plato. Pretty good book. 180 pages, not bad. You can finish that in a day or a day and a half. You know, like what I do when I read a paragraph and I go back, read again. I do like 3 times, so technically it's like I read the book like 3 times. You know, it's kind of good learning, educating myself. So when I talk about the book, actually I know what I'm talking about. You know, makes it easier. Makes it easier. Just like when you read the Bible. You know, you read it again, and then people ask you questions, and you, yeah, hey, I know the answer to that, but that's, you know, yeah, pretty interesting. We can also get into that too, with different talks with that. But we were talking about dreams. We were talking about pornography. We were talking about Western teachings. We're talking about a bunch of different things. We're talking about dreams, astral projection. We're getting to it. So let's talk. Since everybody gets uncomfortable, take your time, man. I'm writing as the stream is going on. Had a long day, I'll tell you this. Got up at 4:30. Had my small little workout, 5 o'clock. Left at 5:45. Got to the job around 6:10. Man, did a lot of good work today. Pretty proud of it. Pretty happy about it. Job that I need to be done by Sunday. I might be done by Friday. And that's with checklists and everything. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about it. A lot of things are going on. I gotta move to the next job. My next job, man, it's gonna be another month. So I'm just getting ready for it. And I will place a video on it and talk about that also. But hey, this is more of what us men, what we are going through. What's going on? Let's talk. I'm gonna take one small step away. I want to see the comments, questions, and answers. You guys know I'm open. And we're talking about it. Know thyself. Know who you are. Let's talk about it. Let's get it. Come on, Doc. Yeah, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy is it crazy does, huh? I'm right here. I'm right here. Relax, relax. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. I had to take a step away. These animals, these beasts of the field get crazy. Slow Boy Whiteboard, what's up? I'm a sister. What? Don't tell. Okay. Intello, hi. Take your time, man. I'm writing the stream going on. Project Red Menace. I've been more active in exercise now. My recruiters are helping with that as well. Wait, you're the one that's going to the Army, right? You're going to the Army or the Marines. We talked about this, I think it was like a couple weeks ago, right? Am I right or wrong? Because we were talking about that. You're like talking about the whole thing about going in and what I thought about that. Am I wrong or am I right? Because I was thinking about you. I was thinking about that. Very interesting. Yes. I remember we were talking about that. You're like what, 20, 21 years old around there? Or 19 or something like that? And you're thinking about like, actually I remember the conversation because you want to have that, you know, that upbringing. So you could feel like you could be with other people. I remember that, man. I was thinking about you, man. I prayed about you, man. That's good stuff. Good things, man. I like that because it's like whenever I get messages or when I'm on lives and I meet people, I think about it. I think about it and I'm like, you know, man, I wonder what that person's doing today. What's going on with them, you know? And we're all going through something. We're all in the same basket. But we just got to figure out what to do, what makes our lives better. And if you're ready to go, bro, do it. But if you're feeling like you don't want to do it, don't do it. Do what you think is best for you. And that's what matters. Not what's best for your parents, not what's best for anybody else around you. Do what's best for you. But you can, you know, like I said, I was raised in a military environment, you know. My socks, my underwear, everything was folded a certain way. My bed, my room had to be swept, and my desk had to be dusted. My shirts in my closet had to be perfect. You know, everything had to be set up a certain way. And I'll tell you, now at my age now, like my work is perfection. I don't know. It's different. Everybody's different. You could take it good or you could take it bad. So, hey man, do your thing. When are you signing up? When are you going for it, bro? Let's talk about it. As you guys know, I always take steps away. I'm always walking in and about. I do have a family. Javier, hi, how's it going, bro? How's it going? Are you new to the page? Let's talk. Are you a Viking? No, I am not. But I do have Greek, Irish, and other descents. So, yeah. Maybe I need to go more through the family trees, but I do know where I come from. Are you a Viking? Have Germanic. Canadian Coda. Hi, how are you doing? I'll be sent to boot camp next year. They said I qualify. That's awesome. Hey, let me tell you this. Put your heart into it. Do your best. Do your best. Let's go. Let's do it. And I need, hey, it'd be awesome. Send me messages. Send me messages. Let me know how you're doing, man. So I could talk about it. It'd be good for me to talk about it. Which I said my page is going to change. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff. So I like to do these lives, and I'll be bringing you up and talking about it. If you don't mind. If you don't mind. It'll be a blessing to see the change. See what you're going through, what's different. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You're like, this guy always keep on moving from his screen. Yeah, I got a lot of things I'm doing, man. I'm trying to do live chats. I'm doing a bunch of different stuff. From Canadian Coda, good, and you? I'm good, man. Thank you. You don't mind, man. That's cool. That'll be really cool, man. I will talk about you then. I want to see all your efforts and what you've done. Let's go from there. Live chats. Your boy Sai. So your boy Sai, where are you from, man? I see you commented. You said, "Are you a Viking? Are you a Viking?" I'll tell you this. I do like a lot of Germanic culture. I do, man. I study a lot of it. You know, have Greek, Irish, have a little bit of that of Germanic, but I can't say that I'm, you know, up there, man. I have a couple percent. I can't say I'm up there, but you know, can I subscribe? Hey, you can subscribe if you want, man. I'll tell you this. Go through all my videos, man. I have over 400 videos on my page. A lot of people don't like the stuff I talk about. A lot of it's satire. A lot of, you know, everybody knows what my satire is. You know, you all know what I talk about if you come to my live. Felix Fan Lover, hello. Hi, how are you doing? So a lot of people come to my page. You guys kind of have idea what I'm all about. What I'm about. What I talk about. That's good. That's good. You know, I had a long day, man. It's like, it's good to see new people coming on the live, which I have Slow Boy come on there, you know, Red come on here. Who else? Yeah, Red Menace. And then I have some new ones come on here, man. Slow Boy comes on here once in a while. Intello, he started coming on here. So, you know what I mean? It's, I have Gomain Hummer, Gomain Hunter comes on here, but he's in Ireland, and it's like, what, 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning right now, or 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's crazy because I do have a lot of my people from Ireland come on here, and it's late. And I need to start doing some late night live chats so I can start doing that. And I do bounce back and forth. I am back and forth. You guys know I had to recharge my phone because my phone's all weird. You guys had to be there in the beginning, man. We're talking about a bunch of stuff. So if you guys want to do a recap, we could do a recap, and I go back to what I was talking about. An hour, what it's like an hour and 17 minutes right now. I can go back an hour and 17 minutes and do a recap of what we are talking about. I have a very good photogenic memory. I can go back with comments and what we talked about, and I can bring it back. Very simple, not a problem. So if you guys want to go back to what I was talking about in the beginning, I'll bring it to the front and we'll talk about it. And y'all know, guess what? It's kind of funny. Hey, like I always talk about, wait, sure. You guys want me to go back? If you guys may go back to the beginning, I'll talk about the beginning. Project Red Menace says, yeah, sure. But hey, I can go back to the beginning. But the beginning had many things that I was talking about. I was talking about the book right here. I was just coming on Plato's six-pack book right here. Talking about Socrates and why they killed Socrates and how it happened. You know, I can go back to that. But we also had different comments. They were talking about pornography and how it affects men. And, you know, we're also talking about lucid dreaming, astral projection, you know, technology, Neuralinks. We're talking about all different stuff. So we want to get into that whole realm, we can get into it. Just drop a comment, let's talk about it. Like I said, I bounce left to right, man. I can be over here and I come back, so I'm not leaving the channel. So I'm just taking a step away for a second, drinking some water. Okay, some water. The water is warm because it's like 105 right now. Yeah. My phone died like twice because it overheated. Because for where we're at right here, see this? It overheated. So I had to move the phone over. Yeah, that's how hot it is where I'm at. That's why I had to start work today, like at what? I got up early and then we got there by like early 6. And we finished off what, like 3 o'clock? Was it 3 o'clock? AJ, what, 3 o'clock we finished?
What?
Was it 3 o'clock we finished today, or 2:45, 3 o'clock, right? Yeah, around there we finished. I have to get off. All right, you know what? Hey, you know what? Next time you come on here, we'll talk. Hey, just watch the video over again, and you know what I mean? So you have comments, you know, like I said, I never asked anybody to subscribe. You know, you guys like to come to my page, you guys get it. I never asked anybody to do that. You do what you want to do. You guys like what you hear? Food for thought is good. So I'm not here trying to force people to subscribe to me because I don't do that. That's your own thing. You guys know about that. You guys want to subscribe, subscribe. That's on you. So be blessed. That's why I like guys like Jared Taylor, man. Really good, straight up guys. Just talk truth, speak it out, if you guys like it or not. You know? You have a lot of people that speak truth. and they don't have a big following. But those that have the high following is very interesting, because what I watch with those guys is that they do play with the left and they do play with the right, but they also walk in the middle. Those are the ones I worry about. If you have to teeter left and right and play in the middle, is that you think you're, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Project Menace, I gotta go as well. I'll mention you in a post. Love your work, man. Good night. You know what, man? Hey, God bless you. Many blessings to you. You have a good day, man. For the morning, man. Good morning for you. Start your day off. You wake up. Hey, be victorious. Do what you gotta do, man. We all have it hard, but guess what? You just get through the day. Let's do it. And you know what? Do your military training. Train for it right now, so when you go to it, it's gonna be so much easier. Calisthenics, a lot of push-ups, a lot of squats, pull-ups, cardio. Get it ready, dude. I'll tell you that. So when you go, it's more simple for you. And all that mental bullshit, it's like, it's a game. So, hey, it'll be easy for you. Like I said, I'll walk away from it. It's always good to hear. It's always good to hear from those that come on your old lives and they come onto your new lives. It's always good. It's always good. It's a blessing. And the thing is, you don't forget those that have been in live chats. You don't forget about that. So when you talk, it's like you know who you're talking to. That's a good thing. So you're not just another subscriber, you're just not another person. That's why I don't talk about subscribers. I don't do that. So you look at people that are on here that get the views. They get views because they play a game. It's easy to get views. If I want to play views, I could do that. I'm not doing that. That's why I go a different road. So this is what I'm giving you. Just straightforward, straight facts, straight talk. If you guys want to get into some weird shit, you want to go down a rabbit hole, we'll go down the rabbit hole. But we don't have to go do that. I'm just giving you facts. We don't need to get into that weird stuff. It's like going to Joe Rogan, you're going down a rabbit hole, but there's no end to it. There's no solution to it. What's the resolve? There is no resolve. It's just a bunch of talk and just a bunch of stuff to make your nuts hard. It's kind of funny, so we can talk here and just talk about solutions and talk about evolving. So like I said, I'm gonna keep my video live. We'll keep talking. I'll take a walk away for a second and drop your live chats, questions and answers. We can go back to the old videos I was talking about, or what? Let's get it. Nobody want to talk about Hate Me. New song, Hate Me. Nobody wants to talk about that. Yeah, my son's trying to finish up the song called "Hate Me for Me." It's almost done. Should be putting on Spotify very soon. "Hate Me." It's the new remix. If you guys been on my page, the old song "Hate Me," I'll put it back on so you guys hear it. But I have the new song out called "Hate Me." Get ready for it. All right, I'm probably gonna cut off from this live chat right now. Seems like you guys are all getting ready to go to bed. It's like what, 8:01? Y'all have a good night. Go back to the beginning of the video. I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna put it on YouTube, and let's see what happens. They might just take it off. Who knows? But I'm gonna let it play for a little bit. Hey, let's get it. You know what I mean? Let's get it. So the basic thing, hey, Plato, y'all gotta buy this book. It's a good book. 180 pages talking about Socrates going through their government and the judicial system at that time, and they end up killing him. But how did he die? How did Socrates die? By a cup of hemlock. And you know what? I think the way he died was, hey, he had to do it the way he thought it was right. They say it was him committing suicide. But no. By what he did was doing the right thing, because if he would have went free and just walked around, all his teachings would just be bullshit. He spoke truth. So till this day, people are still talking about Socrates. So let's get that. Let's give and pay homage to Socrates. And hey, Gilgamesh out. Let's get it.